Hello colleagues, you're welcome to lesson 21. In this lesson we're going to learn how to set matching type of questions using the quiz module. You realize that the quiz activity is one of the it's not difficult, but it involves a lot of things that maybe you need to do the configuration first before you start putting in items into the question bank. But once you have a lot of questions in the question bank, you can just be selecting them once you know the tag to the question. So this may be maybe the last item that will demonstrate. You can explore the rest. So now we'll use the quiz 1 handle to do the demonstration. I'm sure we've done that with the question bank also. So I click on the quiz 1 handle here. Then I've told you that once you start putting a question to the quiz 1, it's asking you to attempt the question. But you are the course creator. What must you do? Some of you might have maybe have an idea about it. You go to the administration block, click on edit quiz button, then you will now see how many questions per page 1. You can drag each items crosshair this page 1, and what is the default mark is 1. And in the configuration of the quiz 1 handle, we selected 2 decimal places, so you can do that later on or even edit from here. What to be the maximum grade for the quiz 1? If it is 20, you change it here, and you make sure the items are total up to 20 or 10. That's where you have enough items in the question bank. So here, add, we are not adding from the question bank, but we are adding a new question, and which will be a matching type question. So if we create the item here, it will automatically go into the question bank. Matching, you can read about this. Add, okay. So as a revision category, this question is going to not quiz 1 as the default, so that you not see it in the course, only quiz 1, but we are putting in the course so that at any point in time you can access it. Never put it at faculty level or in the system. If you put in the system, somebody even in biology can access it, in business department can access it. Question name, we've learned that you must give a name that is not question 1, question 2. It can be a lesson specific or a topic specific. So if you know in lesson 1 you've taught curriculum, then you know that L1 or L2 is lesson 2, is or maybe reproduction and the likes. So let's assume this is in lesson 4, so I can have L4, and this is the first question I'm typing. I can have Q1. So you can have question 1 for lesson 1, question 1 for lesson 4, and the likes, so that when you enter the question bank, you know that this particular question is on this topic, not that you have to preview to just make a selection. In the matching question configuration, the question text normally is used for the instruction. That's for the instruction. So in this case, I can put match instruction. Default mark, I give you 1 mark. You can change this at any time. Then you have general feedback. If the person is able to answer correctly, the general feedback. Shuffle, yes, you should shuffle it. You can just read again. This is so if enabled, the order of the statement is randomly shuffled for each attempt, provided the shuffle within question is in the activity settings also enabled. That is the main setup. So we come to the choices. Matching. So this one, question 1 is the first matching. So let's pick Greater Accra. What is the correct answer? It's Accra. Then question 2, we have Volta region. So now Greater Accra or Greater Accra region. This is who? 3 Central region. Then we have Cape Coast. And then you can add more questions field. Then we move on. So we have 10 regions. We will demonstrate all. I will say the way forward. So we've just entered about 3 matching, but make sure that if you have maybe 5 items at the left side, then you must have 6 or more at the right side, so that there will not be any guessing with the matching. Then we will have now let's see, the next one is, let's put Eastern region. That's Koforidua. Eastern region is Koforidua. Then we can have Western region. That would be the second Takrady. Then we have maybe Shanti region. That is Kumasi. You're left with some Kumasi. Then we add more questions. That will, we are left with BA. That's 6. We are left with 4. So we add more questions. Now with the combined feedback area, I will be talking about them later on, but you can have that for some matching that are correctly answered. Then with the multiple trials, it behaves like the adaptive mode setting or the interactive with multiple trials. Load. Can I just a bit slower? Okay. So I have more 7. 1. I have 4. Region. We have they have Upper East region. We have Bolgatanga. We have Upper East region. We have Upper East region. We have Bolgatanga. We have Upper East region. We have Bolgatanga. 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 We 1. So we can add 2 empty answers so that you have more items on the right and less one on the left, so that guessing will be minimized. So here we are left with northern region, which is Tamale. We are left with northern region, that's 10. Northern region, that is Tamale. Then now 11, we don't put any question, but we can add maybe second D. Then we can add another answer here. Maybe which one to is there's a controversial maybe answer for it. Seko for it, yeah. Mansi Shinyani. Okay, let me just put it just stuck ready. Okay. And after that, we have the multiple choice. We talked about this before, so you know the penalty and the likes. So now we click on save changes. Save changes. So we have the matching being part of page 2. If you want to make it part of page 1, you use a crosshair, drag it. So you can manage this and put sections there. If you want some section, you can add the bricks. You can explore this later on your own. So let's test this preview and see how a typical matching item in MOODLE. So you have Ashanti region, match the following regions with the correct capital. Ashanti region, so the user select, okay, Ashanti region, wow, Greater Accra, Central is Cape Coast, and you do that. This is for Eastern, maybe it's Tamale, Western, Secondary, Florida, just selecting, then we see, then we check Upper West, then you check. This check button counts because you are in the adaptive mode. If you are not in adaptive mode, you never see it. You see, we'll find out the partially correct mark out. So let's just submit and finish. See how, because have that done. Okay, so we can change the mark, that's the total mark for it. This just one for it, so that's what giving partially correct. Okay, I hope you practice and explore more. Thank you.